This week at Lebanon Road, we're talking about elders as shepherds. Along with J.D. Buckner, I'm Adam Fawn, and we're in the Middle East.
We are in memory of shepherds, but there are no sheep around.
That's right. We are in one of our classrooms here at Lebanon Road, and this is off subject, J.D., but this is just a small idea of the kind of work our Bible school teachers do.
Yeah.
This is just I hate to say, just a random wall in one of our Bible school rooms that's painted this way. It's remarkable.
It's great. The walls outside, the halls. We should take the camera and go on a tour someday.
That's right. It'd be kind of
All
shaky.
shaky. Yeah.
But we wanted to spend some time this week talking about not just elders, but one of the specific roles of elders, and that is the idea of an elder as a shepherd, or to use the common word, the elder as a pastor. You know, one of the things that gets confusing to people is you and I are not pastors. We get that call
Yeah.
all the time. Are you the pastor? Like, no, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, or no, I'm the preacher. And oh yeah, you're the pastor. No, not the same. But the Bible makes it clear that the office of elder, pastor, overseer, presbyter, bishop, all those things are interchangeable. But I think, JD, that one of the major roles of elders is that of shepherding or feeding or pastoring.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful word picture in the Bible, and it would have been so great for that culture because shepherds were much more familiar to them than they are to us. But the idea of a man guarding over sheep, being amongst the sheep, caring for all their needs, guiding them to where they need to go, all of those aspects relate so well to not only the great shepherd, God, and then also Jesus, but shepherds as the elders over the church. They do those very same things for the local congregations.
Yeah, when Peter wrote First Peter in chapter 5, he begins that chapter by saying, I'm an elder too. I'm making an appeal here as a fellow elder. But then he began the most famous verse. The Old King James has feed the flock. More modern translations have the word tend the flock, which actually is you're the Greek guy, I'm not, but it's a better translation. Because it's just the idea of whatever is necessary for their care, not just feeding, not just food, but anything that's necessary.
Right, that total care. Yeah, you're right.
But they're tending the flock, and sheep are dumb.
I know I am.
I'm preaching this Sunday night on the Psalms. This is the 23rd Psalm week, so I've been doing a lot of reading about sheep.
And pressure.
Yeah, sheep aren't brilliant. Sheep
No.
are kind of dumb.
That's what I've heard.
But sometimes that feeds into this idea of that we don't like that picture of shepherd and sheep when it comes to elders in the congregation. But it's actually, like you said, it's a beautiful picture because we are weak. You know, people make mistakes. They're not, they're not the smartest people in the world. I know, as you said, I'm not either. You know, we're gonna need things. We're gonna need tending and care and wisdom, and all of that is provided by godly elders. It's not just, they're not just a board of directors.
Right.
You know, they don't just come down with decisions from on high, the great people on high. No, they are among the people, feeding and caring and tending. They're shepherding.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
And you mentioned it, Jesus, I am the good shepherd, John chapter 10. He's the ultimate example, of course, and we could go through 1,000 parallels between what Jesus did and what elders are to do. But we wanted to take a couple of minutes in this video just to mention something specific that's happening here at Lebanon Road that we're excited about, that we're thankful for, and that is our elders simply being among the people. We've said that a couple of times intentionally here because that's where we're headed with this. What are our elders doing this year to shepherd the flock specifically?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, the elders have taken the congregation, divided by family, and they have taken those families and divided those amongst themselves, and their plan is to make at least one home visit for every family in the congregation at Lebanon Road.
Yeah. If they can have them in the home, they will. Sometimes they say if they can't, they'll meet here or somewhere. But they want to meet with every household. It's not it's not an accusatory thing.
Right.
It's not we're meeting with you because the congregation's falling apart. It's nothing along those lines. It's simply to get to know each family, each household better. And it's a pretty big task. We're blessed with 6 elders. We have 189 households.
That's a lot of work you think, well, I have a whole year to do this, but when you start looking at the numbers, it's a lot of work. And I think it speaks so highly of our elders saying, hey, we're going to meet with people, but it's not to accuse or point fingers or pressure or anything. It's we are the shepherds. We need to be among the flock and know what's going on in the flock, and we just want to know you.
Yeah.
And I mean, how wonderful is that to have these men who say, we don't want to be businessmen and we don't want to use your phrase, lead from on high. We want to be among you. We want to know you. We want to work for you and with you, as your shepherds. And that just makes me so proud.
Yeah.
Of our elders.
It does me too. And I've heard them talking about it a little bit here and there that, this is their thing. They're not saying, Adam, you need to know everything. I've just heard them before, hey, I'm visiting this, or they, because they're in groups of two, we're going to visit this couple tomorrow or this family next week. And just that they're thinking that far, instead of, we've got to make 100 visits in December.
Yeah.
we didn't get there. They're already, working so hard and really trying to make this a priority. And as you said, it's just the idea of knowing. It's not digging for dirt. It's just knowing people and being among them, and it's wonderful. I think our elders do know our congregation fairly well, but you don't know anybody any better than when you go into their home, or at least have a meal together, or just sit down in a room together, and not we're coming to the elders because we got a marital problem. No, we're just coming to you because you're in the congregation. We want to know you, whether it's at the building or at your house or wherever. And I think it's a great way for them to shepherd, to begin that process of really being among the sheep and really, pastoring the congregation.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fact. If you are going to deepen your relationship with someone, you have to spend time with that person. And that's what our elders are doing.
Yeah, it's great. And this video this week may sound like we're just sort of, tooting our own horn. In some ways we are, let's just be honest. But it's also meant more to encourage. If you're not from Lebanon Road, maybe you just watch these each week, or maybe you just kind of stumbled across our website. Maybe wherever you worship, maybe you are an elder, or you can encourage your elders, hey, here's an idea somebody's doing. But if you are from Lebanon Road, take a moment to thank our elders for doing this. This is a big, we mentioned the math here, of course they're not visiting their own families, so you can't take, 6 off, right. But still, there's still well over 150 households, and there's 6 of them. And they're dividing into 3 groups, so that breaks it even down, even that much more. It's a big undertaking that they are doing, but they're methodically going through this and getting to know us better, and we're just thankful for that, and thankful for their leadership, and thankful for their, to use our word for the day, shepherding of the congregation. I forgot to even look at the calendars. This is off the cuff big time. Anything we announce before we head off?
I don't think this week. Next week is a youth retreat. I know Andrew's been doing a lot of work in preparation for that. It looks really good and exciting, and that's going to be not this Friday coming, but next Friday. So young people will be looking forward to that.
Very good. As you're talking, I did think this Sunday is the Heartland service that we have each month. That's this coming Sunday at 4 o'clock at Heartland. So some good things upcoming, and the videos, we hope you're enjoying these and they're encouraging to you. We enjoy doing them, even if we have to travel to the Middle East just to make one video.
World travelers.
That's right. Big church budget. Fly around the world and make an 8-minute video. That's the way we do it around here. No, we look forward to back with you again next week on these videos. Until then, this is This Week at Lebanon Road.